Welcome everyone to Trimtab Space Camp.
I think that every single person who's alive is a potential Trimtab.
What is the manifold between the known and the unknown?
The energy to do the work comes from is actually love.
Relationships ultimately control the outcomes of anything that we're trying to do.
There's a sort of feedback loop between the world we design and how we then experience the world, which then influences our perception of the world.
What we're exploring with Gaian Systems is what does it mean to shift our perspectives so that I know the point of this space camp is to help people to think big, but I think we also need to be thinking small. We need to be thinking across the different scales in ways, because there's a lot that we can be learning by examining the interactions of life at all of these different scales. As we think about trim tabs, and if you think about leverage points, I think that this way of thinking to understand these nested scales of living systems across, within our bodies and across the different ecosystems of the planet, and seeing ourselves as being in deep symbiotic relationship, different types of symbiosis, but deep symbiotic relationships with these different living systems is really what that trim tabs and leverage points more than anything, that it's actually an opportunity to enter into a different way of seeing the world than just using a mechanical mind and using mechanical metaphors, but actually starting to relate to the world as a living system, relating to ourselves as living systems, relating to our families and our organizations and the things that we're creating and doing in the world. That in many ways, I would venture, is the ultimate trim tab regarding a lot of the transformations that need to be occurring in the world right now.
The essence, if you wanted to say there was an essence, the essence of good sense making is earnestness in the desire to understand what's happening. And an earnestness that both wants to know what is rather than wants to believe something in particular. And an earnestness that is willing to do the work that it takes to actually come to understand that, rather than jump to premature beliefs because that is comforting or allows you to be part of an in-group or seem knowledgeable or whatever else. So curiosity and humility and earnestness, these words all kind of go together here.
Well, given that your systems today, which are all within the realm of the known, cannot be the systems that you will end up using in the future, then it means that the future state of the world that we are trying to be a part of is on the other side of that manifold. It's in the realm of the unknown. And the place where rapid prototyping is amazing is basically at rapidly exploring the space of the unknown in order to go find compelling territory that basically works.
I believe that there is nothing that we need more at this time on this planet than to suspend our belief that the human perspective is primary and that we really know what's going on. We cannot find meaning, sense, or solutions from a place of arrogance and anthropocentrism. It clearly doesn't work. But if we can be humble and curious and open to surprise, then we can actually learn what real systems regeneration looks like. And we can apply those lessons to transforming our communities and our ecologies in the places that we live now, not in far off exotic places, but where we live now. We can transform and heal them at whatever scale we find ourselves interacting. Yeah, and I think that this is how we can learn to become agents of healing and meaningful transformation on this spaceship.